Coming from the crossroads, this is the Rock Hour with TJZ, your rock ambassador. Good afternoon, conversationalists, music lovers, and thrill seekers all across the fruited plain. You are listening to Vaquero Radio, the Valley Student Station. I am your DJ, your rock ambassador, DJ Z. It is now 5 o'clock, 1700 hours. Yep, it is a nice and sunny 96 degrees out here in an undisclosed location in South Texas, right outside my studios. Not as windy as it has been during the week, but boy, today's sure is a hot one. We went straight from winter straight to summer. Forget the spring. What is spring? Down here, South Texas, we only have two seasons: winter and summer. That's it. Of course, as always, listen to us, utrgvradio.com or on the Radio FX app. Tell your friends all about us. Tell them to look for Vaquero Radio and to put that as their favorites. Got a few questions coming up for you. You might want to put on your thinking caps. Don't worry. You don't have to study for this exam. Go ahead, take a break from the day. If you're driving home, be safe. If you're taking a break from your studies, hey, pop open again. Just open up one of your favorite beverages and enjoy. I, of course, am enjoying my favorite beverage here in the studio as well. I like H2O. Okay, I got some questions for you. And last week, I did tell you about Stained, about Aaron Lewis, a concert he was having here in Hidalgo, Texas, April the 10th, over down there at that stadium. Is it the Dodge Arena? Go ahead and let me know what arena it is now. State Farm Arena, Dodge Arena. Who's sponsoring that arena? Let's put it that way. Who's sponsoring the arena now? Arena. That's what we're going to call it. It was April 10th. That's coming up this weekend, guys. It's Aaron Lewis. One thing to mention, though, he is from Stained, but he will not be singing Stained songs. He's gone country. So, hey, maybe it's that good old rockin' country. Go give him a try. Go find out. We got a concert, getting a little bit back to normalcy all around the fruited plain, all here across the nation, which is a good thing. Remember, stay safe. Don't get out of control. Everybody's starting to get vaccinated. Don't get out of control and just take everything off. Let's make sure by the end of the year we're all safe and sound and able to do what we want now. Just work for it now. We're getting there. We're getting there. I know I've been cooped up at home, not happy about it. I have been taking vacations. I went out. If anybody had a long vacation, I had a long weekend this weekend. Over Easter weekend, and we did a lot of outdoor activities. I even visited a cave with no name. Now, I'm not going to tell you what cave it was. I'm just going to tell you it was a cave with no name. Nice cavern. There were some kids that went into this cave as kids without telling their parents. Pretty wild, pretty crazy. That's back when you just had to be home for dinner, and that who cares where you were as long as you were home for dinner. All right, with no further ado, let's continue on. He came here for the music. Thank you for joining me today in this show. I do appreciate it. Everybody across the nation, let's get on with it, and let's get your drive home going. That, of course, was our favorite Tour of Duty theme song, Paint to Black by the Rolling Stones. That was an old TV series based on, of course, Vietnam, aired from 1987 to 1990. Tour of Duty. Pretty good show for the time. All right, it is now 5:14. Oh, as we speak, we lost another minute, 5:15. All right, yes, sir. Okay, we got a few questions for you. No, you don't have to study for these. No prize, no brag. Just get bragging rights. Of course, you can always interact with me. I don't have Mr. Snerdley working for me. Unfortunately, he worked for somebody else. He worked for the All Great One. But Mr. Snerdley does not work for me, so I can't take phone calls here at the station. Down here on Vaquero Radio, the Valley Student Station. Yeah, he doesn't work here. And with the money they pay me here, well, I had to go to food giveaway today and get some food. But it's okay though, because it's feeding myself and everybody else. All right. Well, anyway, you can interact with the Radio FX app. Look for Vaquero Radio and you can interact. Okay. Now here we go. Lemmy. We all knew who Lemmy was. He was just, I just played him here for you. Ace of Spades. You know, he had that heavy guitar riff. Of course, that Ace of Spades. Oh, it's awesome. The guitar just comes in, heavy distortion, and it's just blowing your ears out, your eardrums out. Okay, so here he is, Lemmy. By the way, he worked for Jimi Hendrix as a roadie. So that's pretty interesting. All right, I got a question for you on Lemmy here. What was... Before he played for Motorhead, what was the band he played for? And the last song he wrote for that band, what was the name of the song? Kind of give you a clue there in the everything else. So what was the name of that last song and what band did he work for? Second question. Okay, no, I know you're supposed to be taking a break from studies. If you know it, that's great. If not, okay, that's great too. Second question being Axl Rose. We all know who Axl Rose is, the guy from Guns N' Roses, been in and out of jail, done all kinds of crazy stuff. Awesome guy. Back in 1986, brought us Welcome to the Jungle, Sweet Child of Mine. Okay, he worked he didn't work for, but he made $8 an hour at UCLA for an experiment for them doing what? Yeah, get your minds out of the gutter. No, it's something that you can do. Okay, so 2 questions. Go ahead. Like I said, Radio FX app. Everybody out there, you can, if you got the Radio FX app, just sign in and you can interact with me. So Mr. Sternley doesn't work for me. I don't have that income here at the station. All right. Well, go ahead. Let me know what it is that they did. If not, I'm going to have to tell you. Or perhaps enjoy another favorite beverage and you can tell me any way you want. I know you're all going to Google the answer anyway. Well, I'll have the answers here for you in a little bit. Coming from the crossroads, this is the Rock Hour with TJZ, your rock ambassador. Bullet with Butterfly Wings, that was Smashing Pumpkins. Joe, if you're out there listening, that was for you last week. I didn't have Smashing Pumpkins for you. I told you I'd bring it back this week, and we got it here for you. Yes, it is now 5:29. You are listening to Vaquero Radio, the Valley Student Station. This is a Rock Hour with Z, and I am your DJ, your rock ambassador, DJ Z. All right, that was Smashing Pumpkins, like I said. How was for you out there, Joe? And we got some PD over here that are going back with the questions that I was telling you about. I have here in my formerly stained nicotine hands the answers to those questions. Okay, we have from my listeners on the radio app, on the yes, like I said, on the Radio FX app. They are interacting with me and they are answering questions. Marie was right. Lemmy, before he played with Motorhead, played with Hawkwind. That was the band he got kicked out of because, well, he was arrested for drugs. Not a rock star arrested for drugs. Oh my God. Yeah, they arrested him because, drugs are illegal, boys and girls. Just say no, as Nancy Reagan used to say, just say no. So enjoy your favorite beverage while you're out there. Drive safe in your drive home. And the song he played with Hawkwind, the last hit song they had, or the last song he wrote with them before he left, was a song called Motorhead. He then went on, of course, to make Motorhead the band, which we all know. So that was Lemmy. And Axl Rose. What is it that he did for $8 an hour at UCLA for an experiment they were doing? I don't know what it was, but he smoked cigarettes. Oh, he got paid to smoke cigarettes. What kind of gig is that? I don't know. It sounds like a good gig, though, getting paid to smoke cigarettes. I did a PSA there for you. Unless maybe you're getting $8 an hour. It's a little bit above minimum wage. I don't know. It's up to you. That's what the PSA is out there for. Okay, a few more questions out there. Okay, some of you might know this. Some of you may not. I know we have a few Nirvana fans out there. on Friday the 13th, which, by the way, is one of my, it's actually a lucky day for me. It's long story short, that's how I met my wife on a Friday the 13th, and it was at a bar. No, it wasn't. It was like at a pool hall kind of place, listening to a rock and roll band. And they're a pretty good band. All right, Friday the 13th, 1991. Nirvana got kicked. Okay, I kind of gave that one away. Well, they got kicked out of, let's see here, a place called the Rebar in Seattle, Washington. They had just left Sub Pop Records, and they made a new record with Geffen Records. I guess they decided, like Rage Against the Machine, they got all this Rage Against the Machine, yet they use the machine to make money. Yeah, no judgments here. I'm just saying they got to make a living somehow. But they left Sub Pop Records. First album with Geffen Records. What album was that? 1991. They got kicked out of their premiere for their album. It was they were the highlight of the place, and they got kicked out for starting a food fight. What album was it that they got kicked out for? What album were they promoting at that time? Go ahead, let me know there in the comments. Let me know in the comments what's going on and what the name of that album was. First one with Geffen Records after they left Sub Pop. Okay, now Sub Pop, they did a few with them before they became mainstream. Don't know what you may or not want to call that. I just call it music sense. Everybody's got to make money. That's why I'm here at this radio show. Wait a minute. Don't people get paid for this? All right. Well, I'm not getting paid for this. And, yeah. So I'm here. Thank you for listening. It is now 17:34. Drive safe. Take a break for no studies. Oh, we're about halfway through the semester. And let's get this music here playing for you. Good afternoon. We are back. That was 10,000 Fists in the Air. That was, of course, Disturbed. And yes, looks like we had somebody who got the right answer here on the Radio FX app. No, I'm not sponsored by Radio FX app. It's just a way for you all to interact with the radio station, and for me, of course, to interact with you. That song that I was telling you about, Nirvana, they got kicked out Friday 13th, 1991. They had just signed on with Geffen Records, promoting their own album, and they got kicked out of their own opening. Well, that album was Nevermind. Of course, we all know Nirvana. They went on to go make a great many other albums and great things. So, a few more questions for you. It is now 17:46 or 5:46. Hope that drive home is safe. Go ahead, enjoy those favorite beverages of yours. The show, sadly enough, is almost done. We will get these answers in, though. We will get these answers in. I am, of course, your rock and roll ambassador, DJ Z. Lynyrd Skynyrd. Okay, we all know who they are. Or at least they were, of course, a rock and roll band. They did write that song Freebird, very popular song. Okay, this song was dedicated to somebody. Who was this song Freebird dedicated to? Pink Floyd also did a song. They did a dedication song. What was that song, and who was it dedicated to? Same thing with Lynyrd Skynyrd, Freebird. Who did they dedicate it to? Okay, Pink Floyd, I'll give you the song. The song was Wish You Were Here. I know because I did that with Lynyrd Skynyrd. Unlike others that can do a radio show with half their brain tied behind my back, I need my full brain, and I'm still not as good as he was behind the golden EIB microphone. If you know who I'm referencing, you can put that down as well. So, Lynyrd Skynyrd did the song Freebird. Who was that dedicated to? Pink Floyd did the song Wish You Were Here. Who is that song dedicated to? Go ahead and let me know there in the apps, and we will be back. I'll get songs back on the road for you, but I will be back to let you know what those answers are. And as always, thank you for listening. Unfortunately, we are out of time today. Our 1 hour is concluding. This is the fastest hour in radio programming that you will listen to all week. The hour that flies by the fastest. Okay, now I have one of my listeners again. Only got a few minutes here. We're going to get 2 more songs in here for you. And yes, I had a listener here on the Radio FX app. Say it was Syd Barrett. That was Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. Well, they sung that for Syd Barrett. He was one of the founders of Pink Floyd. They sung that for him, of course. He came down with Asperger's syndrome, and that effectively made him not able to be in the band anymore. He did go on to have a solo career, and that solo career was okay, but he died, unfortunately, July 7th, 2006. But that song was dedicated to him. And Freebird, Leonard Skinner's Freebird, was a dedication song to Duane Allman, brother of Greg Allman. And of course, they were of the Allman Brothers Band. Of course, he had that slide guitar, everything in there that kind of innovated the whole slide guitar with rock that so many others used as the one bourbon, one shot, one beer. You got your FM radio turned down too low. Oh, man, what was his name? I can't think of his name right now. Those are some of the songs that he sang right there, though. The Bad to the Bone guy, Bad to the Bone. They got the slide, of course, from Duane Allman. He died in October 29th, 1971 from a motorcycle crash in Macon, Georgia. I've been to Macon, Georgia. Not a bad place. Okay, we will see you again here next week. So we're not over yet. We got 2 more songs, but we will see you again here next week. Thank you for listening. This is Vaquero Radio, the Valley's student station, and you were listening to, and hopefully you will continue for 2 more songs to the Rock Hour with Z. And of course, I am your guest, your DJ ambassador, DJ Z.